There was a sweet shop across the street from the high school that I had graduated from. And there was a young lady who practically wrote the song hollering to a guy that my boyfriend's back and you're going to be in trouble because you've been saying things about me.
We wrote this narration.
You went away and he went away and you hung around and bothered me every night. And when I wouldn't go out with you, you said things that weren't very nice.
He went away and you hung around and bothered me every night. And when I wouldn't go out with you, you said things that weren't very nice. My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. See him coming, better cut out on the double. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. You've been spreading lies that I was untrue. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Look out now, 'cause he's coming after you. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Hey, he knows what you've been trying. That you've been lying. He's been gone for such a long time. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Now he's back and things will be fine. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Gonna be sorry you were ever born. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Kind of big and he's awful strong. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Hey, he knows I wasn't cheating. Gonna get a beat. What made you think he'd believe all your lies? Whoa, you're a big man now, but I'll cut you down to size. Whoa, wait and see. My boyfriend's back, he's gonna save my reputation. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. If I were you, I'd take a permanent vacation. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Yeah, my boyfriend's back. Look out now, my boyfriend's back. When I can see him coming, so you better get him running out right now. Yeah, my boyfriend's back now. I know he's coming after you because he knows that it's true now.
Girl groups were making it big, so everybody became a girl group, and a writer wanted to write for the girl groups, and producers wanted to produce girl groups, and they were available. But one or two girl groups make it, and everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and then there were 24,000 girl groups, and a sound is created. The girl groups are in.
I knew I was going to sing. I just had no qualms, nothing about it. I knew I wanted to sing, and I wanted to sing rock and roll. I fell in love with the voice, and it was Frankie Lyman.
Why do fools fall in love? Why do birds sing so gay?
Frankie Lyman's voice to me was one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard in my life. And that's what I wanted to sing like, and that's what I wanted to sound like.
Why does the rain fall from up above? Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall in love?
He was my admiration.
Love is a losing game, and love can be a shame. I know of a fool you see, so that fool is me. Tell me why. Tell me why.
At a certain point, Frankie Lyman's record of Why Do Fools Fall in Love got popular. But when I heard it, and I heard that Frankie was only 13, and I think I was about 13 and a half, I said, wow, if he's doing that, we could certainly get on the radio, you know? Chantel started, I think, in the early 50s, when we were all members of the Cherub Choir at St. Anthony of Padua School.
When Maybe came out, I said, I want to meet that lady. She has a voice on her.
tendency to lean to all the songs that had some kind of heartbreak or some kind of sadness, and there was always a beauty in the sadness. I was singing about the kind of love that I didn't know. I loved my parents. Sitting on the bus looking out of the window and thinking about what I had to do tomorrow was absolute bliss, because I would be in another city, and that evening I would be doing something that I absolutely loved to do. Dressing up and getting on stage and singing.
It was very easy then. The times were very happy then.
In those days, they said it very plain and simple.
I would say very naive, very innocent, full of hope, full of fantasy, full of promise. There was a period of not only romanticism, of memories that were so vivid, of hooks and riffs and sing-along type of sounds. The key place in America or the world at the time was the Brill Building, and that was at 1619 Broadway.
The Brill Building was the most alive place you can imagine back then.
There were music publishers and managers of musical acts on every floor.
You would get off the elevator and you would hear pianos going, people singing.
Frequently in the Brill Building, writers would go, as they used to say, to peddle their songs. Usually they'd try to get to the piano. Sometimes they would sing a cappella, sometimes they had a ukulele, and sometimes they'd pull out a clarinet and play a tune and say, would you like this one? And they'd go from door to door trying to sell it. They'd start at the top because it's easier to walk down than to walk up. But looking at them just gives me the blues.
We wrote the song, we took it to an artist, we rehearsed the artist, we'd pick an arranger. Mike would do a skeleton arrangement. We would go into the studio, the orchestrator would fill in the skeleton, we would record it, we would mix it, we would edit it, we would press it, we would put it out.
Nobody cared about money.
We were so happy just to be making records and like to be able to get paid the amount of money, whatever it was, to do something that you loved.
Just the thought of somebody paying me or paying us.
Well, I think that's it.
To do something that we would have done for nothing.
The fact that you can make some sort of a living out of doing something you totally enjoy, that just comes out of your head.
Money was not the main thing. The most important thing was all these people were just loving us.
The money just kept rolling in, and the hits kept rolling in. And you walk away at 28 years of age with a $2 million check for you and your partner. It's very, very difficult to turn down.
What happened to us was like the American dream.
Everybody was working together. The writers were working with the producers, with the publishers, with the artists to make hits and to have a good time.
Carole King wrote a song called Will You Love Me Tomorrow, which is probably one of my all-time favorite songs.
Tonight you're mine completely.
We brought the songs to the Shirelles, which effectively started Scepter Records. I mean, it was a real major hit. And effectively, I began to feel that we had the power to create record companies as well, because the key to me as a publisher was always the song.
I guess if I had to pick who I really, really got off on the most, I'd say the Shirelles.
The Shirelles were our idols. I mean, those girls, well, they had hit after hit after hit.
Better will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion.
Carole King and Jerry Gaffin had a babysitter by the name of Eva Boyd. She came in with a song that was a demo, and I took it home with me, and I said, this is absolutely incredible. I realized it wasn't even a question of greed. Why shouldn't I have my own record company? And I told Carole and Jerry that Jerry will be the producer of the record, and we'd put it out and we'd distribute it ourselves. It had the train sound, it had that cooking feel, and I figured it would be a new dance craze.
Well, I think you got the night. Whoa, whoa, now that you can do it, let's make a change now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. A chugga motion like a railroad train now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it nice and easy now, don't lose control. A little bit of rhythm and a lot of soul. Come on, come on.
We started our own record company called Stork Records, and it had a stork with a top hat on it, and
Stork.
underneath said, delivers the hits.
Redbird actually started because we needed a label to release records on. We had certain records, and there was no record company to release them, so we had to get them out.
Redbird Records was run by people that really knew music, and it was an extension of the family situation. Everybody worked together to make the label happen.
Ellie Greenwich, a very talented, effervescent, happy-go-lucky dame, very talented songwriter, who fell in love with Jeff Barry and married him. And they became one of the hottest writing teams at that time.
I think one of the reasons I started going out with him was that he was one of the first guys I ever dated where I could actually go to the piano and sing a note, and I would hear a harmony. It was like, wow.
And we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married.
Chapel of Love. Who couldn't love Chapel of Love? Innocent, everybody wants to be in love and get married. It's one of the few records that songs I wrote, and when the record was made, I knew it would be a #1 record.
Sky is blue. Whoa, birds are singing as if they knew. Today's the day. We'll say I do, and we'll never be lonely.
What happened with Jeff and I just think that we had too much happen to us too fast, and I think the marriage suffered because the music did so well. We just got so wrapped up in the music, we didn't take enough time to get to know one another.
The song in the background is one of my all-time favorites, called Chapel of Love, for which they got this gold record. They followed it up with People Say, for which they got this gold record, and then they followed that up with the song they're about to sing for you right now. Let's welcome them in a big shindig way, the fantastic Dixie Cups.
Looking just as good as he could be. And when he caught my eye, I knew I was a goner. You should have seen the way he looked at me. Well, I tell you, he really knocked me dead. So I don't quite remember exactly what he said. I just stood there and I shook my head. 'Cause you should have seen the way he looked at me. Music started playing, and before I knew it, he put his arms around me tenderly. He asked me for a kiss, and I just had to do it. You should have seen the way he looked at me. And then one day, I was something new, something old.
Tell them. The Exciters. You can hear for yourself. One of the best groups, one of the best girl singers, Brenda. Strong, powerful, feeling, streak.
Gotta show it and make you see the moon up above. Out and get it if you want it to be. Always wear your flag if you want it to. Only think of you. Tell him that you're never gonna leave him. Tell him that you're always gonna love him. Tell him, tell him, tell him, tell him right now. Ever since the world began, it's been that way for men and women. Were created to make love their destiny. Then why should true love be so complicated? Oh yeah, I know something about love. Gotta take it and show you what the world is made of. One kiss will prove it if you want him to be. Always wear your flag. Take his hand tonight. Swallow your foolish pride. Tell him that you're never gonna leave him. Tell him that you're always gonna love him. Tell him, tell him, tell him, tell him right now. Are you back to girl now? You're never gonna leave him. Oh yeah, you're always gonna love him. Yeah, tell him right now. Tell him that you're never gonna leave him. Yeah, you're always gonna love him. Tell him right now.
You knew when Martha and the Vandellas were singing, or the Marvelettes, or the Supremes. Motown was getting down.
Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. They're dancing in Chicago, down in New Orleans, in New York City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, every guy, grab a girl. Everywhere around the world they'll be dancing. They're dancing in the street, dancing in the street. This is an invitation across the nation, a chance for folks to meet. They'll be laughing, singing, and music swinging, dancing in the street. Philadelphia, PA, dancing in the street. Baltimore and DC now, dancing in the street. Can't forget the Motor City, dancing in the street. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, every guy, grab a girl. Everywhere around the world they're dancing. They're dancing in the street, dancing in the street. Way out in LA, every day they're dancing in the street.
In 1963 at the BMI dinner, a gentleman tapped me on the shoulder and shook my hand and said, "Don, I want you to know I think you've done a tremendous job and your people are great, and I'm starting a little operation out of Detroit with some great writers and producers and record people." His name was Berry Gordy, and of course he's legendary today.
Berry Gordy, I would say, for us, he was like a genius.
Nothing you can do, 'cause I crop as a matter of taste, to be exact. He's my ideal as a matter of fact, and oh, must allow a man to take my hand from my guy. My guy. And oh, a handsome face could ever take the place of my guy. He may not be a movie star, but when it comes to being happy, we are the kind of mix to take me away from my guy. What you say? The kind of mix to take me away from my guy. Tell me more. The kind of mix.
He knew so much about music, and he was a songwriter. And to work with, it was like going to school. It was like working with a professor, someone who really knew what he was talking about. If you were to sing a song, he would say, well, that song's not for you. Or do it this way and it'll work. And it normally worked. We had charm classes, and they brought in people who were the best in their field, like choreographer Charlie Atkins, who was just fabulous. And Barry was on top of all that. To it as a Motown family, and that's really true. When I look back, I said, was it really that good? I would say that it really was that good. It really was a family.
When I say I'm in love, you best believe I'm in love, L-U-V.
The Shangri-Las. George Morton, who we later renamed Shadow Morton.
Because he would...
Very ghosty. He would ghost in and ghost out.
Shadow would suddenly appear as if from out of nowhere, and he'd say, all right, let's start.
He was making little radio playlets. They're like mini soap operas. And the first one I heard was a demo on Remember, Walking in the Sand. And I thought that the demo had an eerie, charismatic feeling about it. He never made a record before. This was his first attempt. And so we went into the studio with him. But by and large, he produced those records. They're his productions, they're his dreams, they're what he hears in his head. They were Shadow Morton productions.
Oh no, oh no. Walking in the sand, walking hand in hand. The night was so exciting, smile was so inviting. Then he touched my cheek with his fingertips. Softly, softly with me.
You know, you shouldn't look like that if you don't want to be kissed.
Strictly a sex attraction, wasn't it?
Are you serious?
Maybe we'd better just talk for a while.
Yeah, and keep talking.
We put Shadow together with Jeff and Ellie because Jeff and Ellie had a lot more experience in structuring and also in studio work.
I had known Shadow Morton from when I was 14 years old. We both, he's from Hicksville, Long Island, and I'm from Levittown. Oh. And we met through someone who owned a record store out in Hicksville. And we didn't keep in touch for many, many years. And when I started making it, he had called and he reintroduced himself. And I remember that I had known him years before, and he said he had a group called the Shangri-Las. The Shangri-Las were made up of Mary, the one that most people remember with the long hair, and two twins, Mary Ann and Margie. And they came from Queens, and they were the big discovery of Chatham Wines.
He's always wearing shades. Is he tall? Well, I gotta look up. Yeah, I hear he's bad. He's good bad, but he's not evil. Tell me more, tell me more. Big bucket sweater. Tell me more. The matches eye. Tell me more. Dirty fingernails. Tell me more. Oh boy, would have cried. Tight, heavy pants.
I was sort of taken aback by them. They were very tough looking. They had a hardness about their ways. They were coming with the black stockings, but the rips up and chewing the gum and carrying on. I'm like, I wasn't really quite used to that. Not that I'm a goody-goody, but I wasn't really quite used to that kind of a scene. I guess the Shangri-Las and the Ronettes, in a different way, were the tough girl groups.
The three of us were determined, especially me. And we were standing outside the Peppermint Lounge, and my mother said, you gotta put stuff here and have a cigarette in your hand to look older, to get in even. And we dressed exactly alike. And what happened was the management was waiting for another girl group. We never found out what girl group. We were standing online, the management came outside. He said, girls, well, you're late, you know? I said, don't say anything, what is he talking about? But I told the girl, don't say a word, don't worry about it. He says, come on, you're late. And they took us in there, and they said, get up on stage, hurry up. We got up there, I think it was a song called, I Know It, What I Say by Ray Charles, because we danced and sang. They hired us that night. They gave us $10 a girl per night. And I thought it was great. I'm still in school. And my mother was a little upset because she said, now, how are you going to get your homework done? I said, don't worry, I'll get my homework. You know you make me wanna...
Phil always had a mad, wild crush on Ronnie and thought she was like an exceptional-looking girl, which she was, and had a very strange, unique sound. He fell in love with her. I thought he could really make her into this monumental star. And I think a lot of his other acts did suffer because I think everything was geared for Ronnie and the Ronettes.
We met Phil at a place called Mirror Sound in New York on 57th Street. And the first night we walked in, it was just him sitting at the piano. And he looked at me and I looked at him. It was like eye contact. And he says, well, sing me some songs. I said, all I know are like Frankie Lyman and Little Anthony and things like that. He said, well, let me hear it. And I started singing, why do birds sing so gay? And Phil stopped. He said, that's the voice I've been looking for. And then right at that same night, he took us in the studio and played us a song he had just cut with Darlene Love called Today I Met the Boy I'm Gonna Marry.
We're gonna sing the very first record that I had under the name of Darlene Love. I had already met Ronnie in New York, and we had really gotten into talking about Phil Spector, and she was asking me what kind of person he was, and I said, you don't really want to know him, da-da-da-da. She told me then she was going to marry him, and I went, ha ha, you gotta be kidding. She didn't even know him yet.
Every kiss, oh, this is it, my heart keeps saying, today I met the boy.
I think because his feeling for me was so strong at the very beginning, and mine for him, that's when he started writing the love songs. I mean, like you said, do I love you, be my baby, baby I love you. Because I think it was the love he had for me and the love I had for him. That's what showed on the records.
The boy I'm going to marry, he's just what I've been waiting for. Oh yeah, with every kiss, oh this is it, my heart keeps saying, today I met the boy I'm going to marry.
Phil made a mistake, because, you know, he would have, like, his little crazy fits in the studio, and he was yelling or something one day, and he knocked his elbow against a switch. And I was still singing. He said, well, leave it like that. And that's how I started singing in the dark. And I think after that, Phil said, look, I don't want anybody to see it but me. So I wasn't allowed to go with Cher anymore, or Darlene. I wasn't allowed to see the other girls. I was just sort of left with him all the time. So I never got a chance to be in the studio having fun. They would turn off the microphones, and I could see the faces. They were having fun, but I didn't know about what, because I was always sat in the control booth with Phil. And from that day on, it got worse and worse. I mean, I just got more secluded from everything. The Rolling Stones were our opening act in England, and we were on the bus, and they never spoke to us. I said, what's going on? We wondered why these guys weren't speaking to us. So I went over to Andrew Oldham, which was their manager at the time. I said, hey, how come you guys are so cold? Is this supposed to be England? They said, no, honey, Phil Spector sent us a telegram saying, don't talk to you guys. I said, you gotta be kidding. He's crazy. And then we made friends.
He was a difficult person.
Very bright.
A brilliant composer, arranger, producer.
He was kind of calculating.
Strange, lovable, frightening.
Playful. He was like Peck's bad boy.
Guarded.
He was erratic, eccentric.
There was also something very vulnerable about him.
He was brash.
Was he frightening? Yes. Was he talented? Yes.
Philly was an artist.
Was he crazy?
He hired Minnesota Fats to teach him how to shoot pool.
He was better at that than karate, I think.
Yeah, I never saw his karate. Shall we play?
Go, mother. Let's see his time. Oh!
See the way he walks down the street. Watch the way he shuffles his feet. My holds his head up high when he goes walking by. they've never done, and just be that they say.
And the beginning of the song had to be exactly the way his melody was. I mean, he didn't want you to deviate from it at all. But by the second verse or the last chorus out, he would kind of just like give me my way and let me sing the way I wanted to sing on the end.
He is always good to me, good to him I try to be, 'cause he's not a rebel, no, no, no. He's not a rebel, no, 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 to me. He's a rebel. If they don't like him that way, they won't like me after today, 'cause I'll be standing right by his side when they say he's a rebel and he'll never ever be any good. He's a rebel 'cause he never ever does what he should, just because he doesn't do what everybody else does.
When we did He's a Rebel, Bill made us overdub at different times, and on the end of the record, when he wanted me to match my voice, that I already did some whoas, right? And I was supposed to do that again when I overdubbed, and I couldn't do it. That's why the end of that record has all those no, no, no's in all those different places.
Except for Ronnie, I think Darlene was the Spector sound. I mean, I think Darlene was, I guess, the most schooled voice he had to work with, the most versatile and the most schooled voice he had to work with. And I just think she was terrific as far as just what she contributed to the background singing, her control, her... I mean, I think she was a typical 60s soulful, street, gospel singer.
Every evening when the sun goes down, I lay my head.
Darlene, I wanted to sing gospel music, and probably if I never would have gotten into rock and roll or met Phil Spector, I probably would have geared my career gospel Marian Anderson. You can just express yourself in so many ways. Singing gospel, it can be soft, it can be sad, it can be uplifting.
I don't have to have oohs behind it, okay? Let's forget about the intro for now. Let's just come right in. 1, 2, 3.
Every evening when the sun goes down, I lay my head on the pillow down. Every evening when the sun goes down, I lay my head on the pillow down. You gonna keep that other part the same?
My voice was on mostly all those lead songs, but from what he did to them, he put the Crystals' names on them, Bobby Sox and the Blue Jeans, Darlene Love. Nobody knew the difference. It was just a sound, and they listened to it, and nobody was saying, that's Darlene Love doing all that. But see, after He's a Rebel, then we did all the background for the Crystals, the Ronettes, Bobby Sox, and the Blue Jeans, and the same people did Darlene Love's background. So the sound continued to be the same.
He also owned most of the names, so he had the right to make whomever he wanted to be the Crystals, because he had the name. So anybody, any 4 girls, 2 girls, 5 girls, whatever, could be that group.
He would even come in and say, this is going to be your next release, and released it under the name of Bobby Sox and the Blue Jeans.
Presenting the Blossom.
Well, I once believed all fellas were nice. Girls, listen to me. Take my advice. You better get yourself on the right track. Listen to good things, girls, like finding us. Oh, what I say now. Yeah, shoot, what I shoot, what I. Those fellas are sly, slick and shy. Don't you ever let them catch you with starry eyes. You tell them that your love is true. They'll walk right over you. You better get yourself on the right track. You're looking for good things, girls, like finding them. Oh, what I say now. Shoot,
met the Blossoms the first part of my career, out of high school.
Get yourself on the right track. You're looking for a good thing, girl. Like finding a needle. Oh, what I said now. You better look before you leave, yeah. Water sometimes is very deep. You'll be sorry when you discover you're just a pastime lover. You better get yourself on the right track. You're looking for a good thing, girl. Like finding a needle. Oh, what I say now.
Most of the singers that sung those songs didn't really want to sing them because we called them bubblegum songs. The lyrics were really teenage, well, not even teenage, I say kids, 10 to 12. The market was geared for them.
Well, I know that Phil's favorite composer was Wagner, who, of course, was power and bigness. I mean, a few times when I had gone over, because Phil had an office on the main floor of a building, and he had his apartment upstairs, and, very often, he would be upstairs in this one room listening with the speakers blasting, conducting Wagner. It was his idol, and Wagner was power and bigness and heavy and all that, and I think he was going after that in his records.
Everything was done double. I mean, where most people have one guitar or one drummer, we had two of everything. So that's what made it that wall of sound.
I would say a record date we would cut at the time would be maybe $5,000 to $8,000. Maybe if Philly walked in, it would be about 25 grand.
I think he instinctively felt certain things regarding music, and I think he was unafraid to go after them at any cost, be it his reputation, the studio bills, the equipment blowing up. I mean, if he heard something, he went for it. He had an insatiable personality. He just could not get enough onto a record.
As soon as we got married, it was like 2 months after we got married. See, I didn't know anything about that. I wasn't going to record anymore. I wasn't going to do any stage performances. I thought that would continue. I mean, here's the man that owned the record company, wrote all my songs and produced all my songs. How would I ever think that he was going to just retire 2 months after we got married? We moved into a 23-room mansion, and my first gift was a Rolls Royce for my birthday. And it was like I was taken away from everything because I was brought up around family, people, liveliness. Then all of a sudden I got married. It was like darkness. Phil had to have everything dark in the house. I mean, there was no rock and roll. Everything was classical music played throughout the house. I wasn't allowed to read Cashbox or Record World, so I was cut off. I was no longer called Ronnie. He called me Veronica, and the servants called me Mr. Spector. So I believe he did that subconsciously, just so I wouldn't be thinking of the Ronettes, that people would call me Ronnie. And that's when he went into a recluse. And so when he went into recluse, I went. You see?
Hey, here's a song I really don't think I'll ever forget. It was a #1 hit when I was a disc jockey here in Hollywood. I played it on the radio so many times, I think I wore out about 10 copies of the record. And I bet you're going to see why when you hear it sung tonight by the girls who made it famous. Veronica Bennett, Estella Bennett, and Nedra Talley. But, of course, they're a whole lot better known to their fans as the Ronettes.
Diana Ross, the sensational Supreme.
I've been crying, cause I'm lonely. For you, smiles have all turned to tears, but tears won't wash away the fear that you're never ever gonna return. To ease the fire that within me burns, it keeps me crying, baby, for you. Keeps me sighing, baby, for you. So won't you hurry? Come on, boy, see about me. See about me. See about you, baby. See about me. I've given up my friends just for you. My friends are gone and you have to. No peace shall I find until you come back and be mine. No matter what you do or say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Keeps me crying, baby, for you. I'm gonna keep sighing, baby, for you. So won't you hurry? Come on, boy, see about me. See about me. See about you, baby. See about me.
We started singing out of projects, Brewster projects. They were all 14-story buildings, high-rise, and very new. And then the grounds were very large, and that's where we would sing. Someone approached Florence and said, would you like to join a group? And she said, sure. And they said, well, do you know any other girls? She said, my friend Mary. And she called me up, and we went to the rehearsal, and one of the other guys from the Temptations, who were then the Primes, knew Diane, and he brought her along. So this was really our first meeting together. They taught us routines and things like that and named us the Primettes. We walked into Hitsville, USA, and this little short guy come in, you know, and we thought he was like a little kid because he looked so young. He was young.
Mr. Gore, listen to us sing There Goes Our There Goes Your Baby. And then he said, well, it sounds all right.
Do you remember the first day that these three beautiful girls walked into your office and said, we want to sing for you?
First of all, they weren't beautiful. But at any rate, they were wonderful. They were always wonderful. They were a little on the skinny side.
So he said, well, why don't you just kind of, you know, go on and finish school, and then after you grow up a little bit, come back. I think that was his way of brushing us off. And so we said, okay, all right. But we started coming back to Motown every day after school. We'd hitchhike every day, and he became so attached to us. He would call us the girls, and they'd start needing hand clamps and certain things for maybe Marvin Gaye or Mary Wells, and they'd always say, well, get the girls and let's have them put the hand clamps, or, you know, a little something like that. That's when we got, I think it really came into our bloods that we wanted to be performers and that we could be good. After we signed the contract, we recorded some songs. I mean, at that time, we just didn't even dream we would have the #1. So just the fact of having a record was enough for us. We had about 11 flops, and Barry got the idea of putting us together with Holland Dozier Holland. And this is when they brought to us Baby Love, Where'd Our Love Go? So Eddie Holland, he did all the lyrics for most of the songs, let us hear it. He said, these are going to be his. So anyway, we recorded the songs, and we went out on a Dick Clark Caravan of Stars. And that was really one of our biggest major trips at that time. And at first on the tour, it was like Gene Pitney, the Shirelles, yeah, and others. And we were the and others. And we went out every night. They say, ladies and gentlemen, the Supremes. And it was like, yay. And then towards about 2 or 3 weeks into the tour, it says, ladies and gentlemen, the Supremes. Yay! You know, people were out. And we were backstage saying, what are they talking about? You know, it's like us. And the song had become a hit while we were on this tour. Barry was also very aware of what we did best, and he would get the publicity department to come up with ideas that would make us that much more sellable.
They're all focusing on that.
People often ask me, why is it the Supremes have had such a fantastic career? And I think the main reason is that we truly loved each other. And when we came together, it was like a perfect union of people because we were so compatible. However, we were very different from each other. We each had our own personality, our own character, and they were very distinct, which I believe gave the Supremes that roundness of having Dinah, who was very aggressive and outgoing, and the high voice. And Florence was very earthy and soulful and whatever. I mean, I have to spank Diane too for doing this because she always says, and Mary, she's the sexy one. That was hung on me, you know. I didn't choose to take that part. And I think I was called the sexy one because I kind of stood there never really doing too much, was just trying to be okay. We started out singing equally lead parts, whatever we did best. I always felt that I sang ballads best. Florence sang the more soulful type songs, and Dinah sang the other cutie pie type, I don't know what you call it, but the lighter type songs. When it was decided by Barry that Diane would do all the leads, at first it kind of like, well, you know, I thought about it because I wanted to sing some. But I never really resented my role. I didn't think of it as being backup. It's like the roots of music, for R&B music, soul music, comes from Africa. And the way there's always a caller and then there are the chanters, and it's all part of it, and it's all equal. And I've always felt that my part in the Supremes was just I was a star in what I was doing. Perhaps I resented maybe not singing a little more, having a little more lead parts to do occasionally. But on the whole, I was purely happy about that. I think that Florence being a lead singer, I think she had perhaps a bit more resentment towards it than I did, because I just didn't really think of myself in that way. So it had, individually, it had a different impact on each of us. For Florence, this became a big problem. It was just the politics of the business. We were 3 at one time all together, and now the group was not a trio anymore. It was like a lead in the background. These type of things were weighing heavily on Florence. So she slowly, it became something that she didn't enjoy. And once that happened, there was turmoil within the group. There was turmoil with the group, with Motown. By this time, Dinah was emerging as the star of the Supremes. That bothered Florence tremendously. And just eventually, she got so very fed up with it that it was agreed that she would no longer be in the group. Being at the funeral, just the whole thing of Florence no longer being with us, it was like sitting there. I just wish no one else was in that church but me and Flo. It was like I said, well, what is all this about? You know, I want to say bye to my friend, and it was just so much going on. It was like I was very happy to see that everyone was, you know, was interested in what was going on, was happening, that Florence had left, and that we all were as important as we thought we were. But it was still very personal for me. I just wanted to just be there with her myself. And when we, you know, went at the end, everything, the Four Tops were there. And the parents and all left me. And I was just there with Flo at the very last minute. And I said, Flo, don't worry. We are the greatest. You know, I'll take care of it.
Say,
woke up one morning and it was British music. And it was no more American music. They just came in and took it over completely.
In came this big infiltration of the British artists that were self-contained groups writing their own stuff. And we're going to place our songs.
The British invasion took the girl groups away. It took the guy groups away. It took most of your black artists away. There was just no room.
Records were being made differently, and certain efforts by publishers were no longer required. They became anachronistic. They didn't need them anymore.
All these writers just stopped. I mean, you couldn't go on because you weren't selling.
Some sweet day, yes we will, yes we will. Someday we'll be together, oh yeah.
Is she really going out with him?
Well, there she is. Let's ask her.
Betty, is that Jimmy's ring you're wearing?
Mm-hmm. Gee, it must be great riding with him.
Is he picking you up after school today? By the way, where'd you meet him?
I met him at the candy store. He turned around and smiled at me. You get the picture?
Yes, we see.
That's when I fell for the leader of the pack. My folks were always putting him down.
Down, down.
They said he came from the wrong side of town.
What you mean when you say that he came from the wrong side of town?
They told me he was bad, but I knew he was sad. That's why I fell for the leader of the pack. One day my dad said, find someone new. I had to tell my Jim you is
What you mean when you say that you better go find somebody new?
He stood there and asked me why. But all I could do was cry. I'm sorry I hurt you, leader of the pack.
He's sort of small. He kissed me goodbye. The tears were beginning to show. As he drove away on that rainy night, I begged him to go slow. Whether he heard, I'll never know.
Look out, look out, look out, look out! I felt so helpless, what could I do?